All right, for those of you who have followed my TikTok, I know I'm posting this on TikTok and Insta and YouTube and all that stuff. But you probably remember that I made a video about a dog training collar that was going all over TikTok. And basically the way people were promoting it made it sound like this dog training collar was going to solve all of your dog problems. And I just felt that it was being marketed poorly. The company that made that collar reached out to me. It's Jugbow or Jugbow, however you want to pronounce it. And they said, hey, we want you to review our collar. I said, cool. So they sent me a collar. There's some things I love about it. There's some things that are just okay. And there's some things that I truly don't like about it. And we'll talk about them. So what I do like about it is the battery life. So I've had this thing for like a month, right? And I've still got battery on the collar itself. I've still got battery on the handheld. And I've used this. It's not like I'm using it hours and hours every day. I've used it for training sessions and stuff like that, and the battery is holding up fairly well. It's easily chargeable, you know what I mean? Like, comes with a charger for this. This is just a USB Type-C. Very easy to use, okay? Love the battery life. Another thing that I really love is the fact that you can lock this remote, right? So when this remote is locked, I can push all kinds of buttons. Nothing's going to happen. So if you got a place where your dog is nice and safe and you're not truly worried about using this, you can safely put this in a pocket. You can safely, and you're not going to do anything to the dog. I absolutely love that feature. Even some of my police dog collars don't have that feature, and I wish they would. Another feature that I really like is very, very clear buttons. You've got your two stimulus buttons. You've got your vibrate button. You have your noise button. You got your stimulus buttons. This is where I caution people about less than known collars. And this is just my opinion. So again, I'll put this on. This is on a 1. A 1. Super inconsistent. I just did that 4 times and I got 2 to 3 different levels without ever changing the 1. I can change this up. This is another thing I like. To change it, it's got a dial. See how it doesn't change? You actually have to click the dial. Then you can change it. So I do like that as well. You don't have to worry about accidentally hitting your dog, right? So I just moved it up to a 2. It feels even less than a 1, but then, woo! But then all of a sudden it'll just bang. And it's got 2 different types of stimulus, right? A lesser and a more. And they are way different. And that's one of the things that I really don't like about it. Because part of training a dog is that consistency. And I really found that I can be at a 1 or a 10, and sometimes they feel exactly the same, or sometimes the 10, even with me just squeezing in my hand, it like you can literally see my hand like twitch, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. And it goes all the way up. Like it goes up to 99, and it even says caution when you get up that high. If you see that little caution there, and so like, let's see where the caution goes off. So the caution goes off, comes on at level 50. All right. I would be, man, even at a level 10, I don't know. It's just super inconsistent. That is the major downfall of this collar. What I really have enjoyed is the vibrate. Again, vibrate button. Collar vibrates. You can see the lights come on. Boom. You can change it to different vibrate patterns. Because some dogs, super intrusive vibration, so you can change that to find out what really works for your dog. You know, boom. You see the light come on when it vibrates. And then the other thing is the beep. And again, just like with the vibration or the stimulus, there's different tones that you can do. This is the feature that I have absolutely loved for this collar. much like a clicker, I threw this on Freya, right? Boom. I conditioned her to it. Sound would go off, food reward would come. Sound would go off, food reward would come. I did this for about a week, right? It got to the point, and I'll try to show in a different video just about the training aspect of it. I could be in this room, she could be in another room with the collar on, and I could just, and she would come running, reward would be ready. So it was like, I basically was using this like a Bluetooth clicker or a wireless clicker. Like I didn't have to be right there and being like, click here, click. She could be in another room, come. I would hear, the freaking barreling down, and I could, dopamine dump, rewards coming. I'm running now faster to get that reward. That's really where I like this compared to like my Dogtra that only had stim and vibrate. But the Dogtra is super consistent with its stim, whereas I feel like this one isn't as consistent. This one has some really good features though. That tone, oh, I love the tone. I love the fact that I can lock this. Does nothing because I locked it, right? Does nothing, right? I love it. So I would just say, another thing. I like that I can turn this off, right? I can turn it off, I can turn it on. So, not bad if you know how to use it properly. I guess that's what I'll say. The stem, for me, in my opinion, is very inconsistent. I did not use the stem portion on Freya because I was worried about that inconsistency. But the beep and the vibrate worked as they should, and the beep really worked well for her being away. Come, boop, dopamine, activation, coming back super fast. I loved it. Again, I love the locking. I love the battery life. All in all, not a bad trainer or not a bad training tool. But again, you have to know how to use these tools. These can be super aversive to a dog and can shut down a dog. So you have to know your dog and you have to know how to use these. There's going to be no e-collar that's just going to fix a problem. It's the training coupled with whatever tool, e-collar, clicker, prong collar, praise, whatever. That's what's going to fix your dog's problem. But all in all, the Jugbow collar, it isn't awful. It isn't awful. For a dog like Freya who's soft, that beep, it works wonders. She can be away from me doing a drug hide. She can indicate, boom, and if I want to reward off a source, I can just, boop, hit that tone. Ooh, she's coming right back. Hard because she knows that's coming. That dopamine dump, that beep. Oh, ooh, food. She's coming right back. Right? Great little tool. You just got to know how to use it. That's my biggest thing. Got to know how to use it.